I gotta say, it's a lot of pressure. People are like, I can't wait for the stream today. I hope he plays Isaac. There's a lot of anecdotes. I got me just sitting here in my house hoping that people will enjoy the content, reading the comments. Oh, I can't wait to hear all the anecdotes. Meanwhile, the anecdotes are like the table of 8 next to us on the cruise. Every single person ordered like 4 iced teas a night and then added their own sugar packets to it. And I thought, like, that's just like too much. I feel like life is trying to kill you anyway. Like, you don't need to meet it halfway. That's it. That's all I got. Southerners for sure. There's nothing wrong with that. I will say though, being on a Disney cruise is basically like being on a boat that is, say, like Louisiana. I don't know if it's I maybe is Louisiana the most southern state? I'm trying to think. Is Mississippi, I mean, I'm not talking about latitude, longitude. I'm talking about symbolic embodiment of the culture. Florida, with all due disrespect to Florida, I feel like Florida is partly the American South and partly its own cultural entity. Like, there is like Floridian culture. It has like Miami, Orlando. I mean, I guess Louisiana does too with New Orleans, but I also feel like Miami is like a I don't know how to describe this. New Orleans is like a southern city. Miami is not a southern city. Miami's like a world city. People come there from all over the world. People move there from other parts of the United States to make a life. Whereas I feel like in New Orleans, people go there to like party a little bit and then come back and say, have you ever been there? And I say no. And they say, you don't need to go. And I say, really? And they say, the food is great. The beignets, the po' boys, the gumbo, etc., etc. But I don't know. The city itself as a tourist, I guess, is not the best. Everybody seems to say the same thing. To make a life's a weird way to say retiring. Brother, who the hell's retiring in Miami? Jeff Bezos, maybe. I think if you're a Canadian and you go retire in Florida, you go retire in like, I don't know, a city I've never heard of that's probably like called Key Major. People retire in Miami? Really? Boca Raton! That's it. Boca Raton. Boca Raton. City in Florida. Population is 97,000. It's home to the Gumbo Limbo Nature Center, a butterfly garden, and a turtle sanctuary. Well, isn't that nice? Boca Raton Museum of Art has modern and contemporary American and European collections. Here I was thinking that it was just contemporary. It turns out it's modern and contemporary? Well, now. Also, I've been told, Apollo, is this true? I've been told not to play Friends versus Friends because people got too cracked. Honestly, it's fucking, like, confusing to be on a cruise for a week and not have any internet access except, like, when you get to a small Alaskan town. So, apparently, E3 was last week and I didn't notice. And then Twitter is, of course, basically essentially useless now. So, I'd get to Juneau, Alaska, and then I'd load up Twitter, and then the tweets were just like, these millennial motherfuckers are still tweeting like it's Twitter 2017. Like, you can just add no context to your tweet and everyone knows what you're talking about because you're in like chronological timeline. That's not how it works anymore. Your shit's gonna get surfaced completely devoid of context for somebody else 22 hours later. So I get a bunch of tweets that come up in my For You algorithm. 30 FPS? I don't know what happened. They find out people that I thought had like good brains were tweeting about Starfield of all things. 30 FPS? Oh, 30 FPS. Oh no. How 30 frames per second? How about how many good gameplay moments per hour will there be? Less than 30 in my opinion. I don't know. I've never even seen like a trailer. I think I saw a teaser in 2014? 2016? Is the Costco subreddit offline? Well, I picked a great week to go away. Everybody lost their minds. Twitch decided to self-destruct and then walk it back. there were 17 different E3 conferences, and Reddit blew up itself. And now we got the most popular stream on the platform is a man from New Zealand playing American baseball. The most popular game on the platform is Dark Souls, but with Pinocchio. Like, you guys really get... I expected someone to step up in my absence. Instead, I came back like Troy with the pizza on fire. Wait, the house is on fire. The pizza's totally fine.